Welcome to Tech Quest X, where we make tech clear and show what it means for your role. You've heard the relentless hype. Large language models are heralded as the universal plug-and-play solution for skyrocketing team productivity. But here's the uncomfortable question. What if that widely accepted assumption is actually costing your organization millions, quietly eroding efficiency and delaying critical projects, without anyone truly grasping the scope? Serious professionals aren't just skeptical, they see a clear and present risk. General-purpose LLMs are not AI magic for complex workflows. The core issue is often overlooked. These powerful models, by their very nature, are designed for breadth, not depth. They lack the nuanced, task-specific understanding that true productivity demands. This isn't just a developer concern. Product managers face launch delays, security teams deal with unexpected vulnerabilities, and even marketing efforts suffer when AI outputs miss key brand nuances. Unlike a simple machine, there's no single, intuitive central analogy to guide every LLM decision. A mid-sized SaaS company's ML team, for instance, rolled out a general LLM for automated unit test generation. 2 weeks later, their CI/CD pipeline was choked by an avalanche of flaky, context-insensitive tests because the LLM lacked deep integration with their unique codebase architecture. Senior engineers then spent a painful month refactoring the tests and building a custom fine-tuning pipeline. The truth is, genuine cross-team AI productivity rarely comes from generic models. It demands either highly specialized, task-specific LLMs or extensive, domain-aware customization and fine-tuning. Expecting a single off-the-shelf LLM to seamlessly integrate into diverse, complex team operations across engineering, design, and operations is a costly illusion. It's a fundamental misjudgment of AI's current capabilities. For professionals striving for measurable gains, this means moving beyond the headline features. It's about deeply understanding whether an LLM can actually deliver tangible, reliable results for your specific team's needs. Because the real value isn't in adopting AI, it's in adopting the right AI.
And what right truly means for cross-team productivity might surprise you.
Last time, we touched on the illusion of plug-and-play AI. Now, let's unpack the core truth. Genuine cross-team AI productivity isn't about simply picking the best general LLM off the shelf. It's about understanding that specialized models, or targeted fine-tuning of existing ones, always outperform broad-purpose AIs for specific organizational tasks. You might be thinking, but isn't a powerful general AI more capable? Often, no. Many tech professionals mistakenly assume these off-the-shelf models will seamlessly integrate and deliver tangible, measurable value. But what often follows are significant implementation challenges and a cascade of wasted resources. The belief that smarter, general AI equals cross-functional productivity is a multi-million-dollar illusion. This isn't just a developer concern. The effectiveness of these models dictates whether product teams can launch innovative features, how risk teams evaluate compliance, and if sales can genuinely pitch AI-powered solutions. Consider a mid-sized SaaS company's customer support team. They rolled out a next-gen general LLM for instant chatbot responses. 2 weeks later, it started generating wildly generic and often incorrect answers, frustrating customers and increasing the workload for human agents. The root cause? The general model lacked the specific domain knowledge of their product and customer issues. Despite its vast training data, 3 support specialists then spent 8 weeks manually correcting and escalating AI-generated responses, leading to thousands in lost productivity and damaged customer trust. This highlights that specialized models, built or fine-tuned on your specific data and use cases, grasp the nuances and context far better. They deliver precision, where generic models offer only approximation. So, the intellectual payoff here is recognizing that AI strategy means more than just subscribing to OpenAI or Anthropic. It means data-driven selection and thoughtful integration tailored to your unique operational needs. Ignoring this core insight will lead to specific, avoidable failures that undermine your entire AI investment. We often chase the promise of AI for instant productivity. But the wrong AI choice, especially relying on generic large language models, can actually erode team efficiencies. This isn't just about output quality, it's about fit. Using a generic LLM for a highly specialized task is like using a sledgehammer to fix a watch. Generic LLMs are a productivity illusion. Their broad capabilities seem helpful, but without specific domain understanding, they often produce plausible, yet fundamentally incorrect or irrelevant information. This forces extensive human review, constant context switching for engineers, and heavy rework. You end up spending more time correcting AI output than doing it manually. Consider a mid-sized SaaS company's ML Ops team. They integrated a generic LLM to automate generating documentation for new API endpoints for their internal framework. 2 weeks later, critical deployment pipelines started failing. The root cause? The LLM consistently hallucinated syntax and parameter names specific to their internal framework. 3 engineers spent a week debugging, then 2 more weeks rewriting the docs by hand. This isn't just an engineering concern. Product managers saw deployment delays, and legal teams faced compliance risks. You might be thinking, but the initial draft was so fast. And that's exactly the trap. Speed without validation is just expensive guessing. Without a central analogy to guide us, choosing feels more complex. The critical decision isn't if to use AI, but which AI.
Integrate the right tool to genuinely reduce cognitive load and rework across the entire workflow, not create it.
Understanding this distinction between perceived and actual productivity is paramount, because the best AI for your team might not be what you think. Last time, we touched on how the wrong AI choice can actively derail projects. Now let's explore a second, perhaps more counterintuitive angle. The best AI for teams often isn't what most people assume. You might instinctively think the best LLM is the largest, most cutting-edge general-purpose model, the one grabbing all the headlines. But for true cross-team productivity, this assumption can quickly become a significant trap. When we talk about the best AI for your specific team or task, there's no single, grand central analogy that perfectly captures the answer. It's not about universal dominance. It's about fit. It's about context, not just computational power.
I've seen this play out repeatedly.
A mid-sized SaaS company's ML team decided to use a large, general-purpose LLM for internal code generation, hoping to accelerate development for their complex microservice architecture. 2 months later, their senior developers were spending more time debugging context hallucinations and framework mismatches than actually writing new code, because the generic model lacked a deep, nuanced understanding of their bespoke monorepo and internal libraries. This ultimately cost the engineering department an estimated $200,000 in lost productivity and delayed critical feature releases. Instead, deeply integrated, often smaller, or fine-tuned specialized models deliver far superior results when applied to domain-specific tasks. They speak your team's language, understand its nuances, and integrate seamlessly into existing workflows. This isn't just a developer concern. It profoundly impacts product managers trying to forecast release schedules, and even quality assurance teams who have to validate potentially inconsistent outputs. The biggest LLM often creates the biggest tech debt. Over-reliance on generic, magic bullet AI can lead to a surface-level understanding among junior engineers, actively eroding crucial foundational skills like debugging, system design, and even precise syntax. That's a dangerous path for long-term competence. True AI productivity isn't about blindly offloading work. It's about intelligent augmentation that preserves and even enhances core technical skills. It's about choosing the right tool for the job, not just the loudest one. Because ignoring this truth won't just slow you down, it could fundamentally weaken your team's long-term capabilities and resilience. The teams who truly lead in this AI era aren't chasing the loudest claims or the flashiest models. They're relentlessly focused on one thing: outcome over outputs. Getting this wrong doesn't just mean wasted compute cycles. It leads to a slow, insidious erosion of fundamental skills. You might be thinking, surely any AI boost is good, but generic LLMs are a productivity mirage for complex tasks, often leading to skill degradation, especially among juniors. Consider a mid-sized consulting firm's data science team. They implemented a generic LLM for client report generation and code snippet creation. 2 months later, junior data scientists found themselves blindly copy-pasting, unable to debug complex errors. and client reports lack the nuanced insights expected. The root cause? The LLM streamlined output but didn't foster critical thinking or deep domain understanding. This led to a stagnation in core analytical skills, and client trust suffered. It's a common trap.
This isn't just about developer efficiency or data science workflows. The choice of LLM directly impacts how quickly product managers can validate new features, how security teams manage compliance documentation, and even how marketing analyzes market sentiment with genuine insight. But get it right, and your AI choices become a strategic amplifier. It's about empowering your teams with tools that complement, not replace, their expertise, driving innovation and real business value. It means prioritizing deep integration into existing workflows over chasing the next general-purpose model. It's about designing systems that encourage, rather than bypass, critical human oversight and domain knowledge. So remember this. True AI productivity isn't about replacing, it's about amplifying. It's about making deliberate, informed choices that move you from mere output to meaningful impact. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into cross-team AI productivity. If this resonated, please like this video. Drop your experiences or challenges in the comments below. I read them all. And for more clear insights and practical strategies, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. You can also grab the full playbook and resources in the description below. See you next time.